Welcome to You Know Something with Dina.
Hey, look, I'm just here to entertain, inform, and keep this crazy train on track.
And Tia.
Me, I'm like your live wire that is liable to go shalom.
They're like your cool aunts.
Exactly. You're exactly right.
Fun.
I can't believe you even brought that up. That is so fun.
Informative.
It's impossible to dust potpourris.
You can't.
Sometimes serious.
Dina, sweet child. I am almost stunned. I mean, I'm being really serious.
But most of the time, not so much.
A caca. I mean, you're caca and you're caca. No. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ladies,
Hello. Welcome to You Know Something with Dina.
And Tia. And my voice is just kind of a little bit, a lot off. And I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can.
She's really not faking that voice. It sounds like it.
Unfortunately.
I'm just so glad to have you back, but it's very sultry. It's kind of Phoebe on Friends when she had the cold and sang Smelly Cat in a very sexy way. And she kept trying to get the cold over and over. It's what it kind of reminds me of, but I'm so happy to have you back.
Oh, I'm so happy to be back.
And I'm going to try not to laugh every time you
Okay,
talk.
every time I talk, I know.
Well, do you feel better than you sound?
I feel much better than I sound.
Okay.
I promise.
All right, I'm glad.
Because I couldn't talk like last week at all.
Yeah, you literally had no voice when you first.
None.
We're going to get into how Tia got in this state and her trip that she had. If you listen to our cruise control episode, we talked about cruises, and it so happened that Tia was going on a cruise, and we'll find out all about that this Sunday on Giggles and Gratitude. That's our free-for-all show where we talk about our personal lives and what we've done. And I really want to catch up. And I don't know anything about her trip. She and I have not discussed it. Obviously, I know she was sick because how could she hide that voice from me? This is the first time we've seen each other in like, what,
Forever.
almost 3 weeks, maybe? I don't know, 20 days,
Yeah.
something like that. Crazy. I don't like it. All right. Today on You Know Something, we talk about a particular topic. And we have repeat themes that we go back to. We have, just what do you mean by that? Where we talk about memes. We have,
What the what?
sorry, I was dying to know what that sounded like when you said
Thanks.
in this voice. I need to isolate that and use it for the next what the what. And then we had one that we did that was called Extremely Trendy. Going to X or Twitter, and for now we're going to call it X. I'm tired of saying formerly Twitter.
Okay.
So we're just going to call it X. Get with the program, people. It's X. And we just chose the trending topics and just riffed off of it. You know, like Tia always has to start talking about something that she hadn't planned for, hadn't researched, because I bring up the topic. This way we both have to do that. And if it's somebody we don't know, we'll talk about their hairstyle. You just don't know what we'll come up with. But it was Tia, and I may have mentioned this to you, Tia, and this is maybe an off-air business meeting conversation, but that episode was our most popular episode like in the last 6 months. Extremely Trendy. So,
Wow.
and it's been,
You didn't mention that to
okay.
me.
It's, well, sometimes I have to go back and look at numbers and think, oh, wow. I went back to look to see if, I like to do these things every 6 weeks, repeat, and it's been 6 weeks since Extremely Trendy. And so I looked at the numbers and I thought, oh, wow, well, people are interested in that. And again, this conversation might be for off air and I may edit it out, but when we started this podcast, our description of our show is listen, laugh, and learn a little too. No politics, no murder, and just a smidge of celebrity and reality talk now and then. You'll be smarter and then a little dumber for having listened. Now, we've held true to that. All of that.
Yes.
So you really just end up being the same person, but we hope we can make you smile and take you away from the ick of the world. You know, every week we could talk about what's happening in pop culture. And I think we would both have things to say. Unique perspectives, Christian perspectives, maybe, whereas we see things through a certain lens, and maybe different than all the millions of pop culture podcasts that are out there.
And there are millions.
There are millions. And T, I know you enjoy watching Entertainment Tonight and award shows and music shows. I mean, you're up on what's going on, even more so than I am.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I feel like you are.
No, because you're on social media and you see lots more of things that I do.
Yeah.
But I do, because Greg, he goes, well, I can't believe you're watching trash TV again.
Trash TV.
And I'm like, it's just, I like to keep up on, like, who's in the entertainment world or, just things like that, just for fun.
Yeah, it's fun, it's frivolous.
Yeah.
It's kind of our sports. Like the Oscars are kind of like the Super Bowl, and, the award shows are like that.
Not this year.
Oh, you didn't watch it this year?
Yes.
Okay. We'll discuss.
It wasn't
we'll discuss.
World's
Okay.
yummy.
So because we stated that was not our mission statement, I've been reluctant to talk about it. And also because two things I don't want to do on this show is judge and idol worship. Neither one of those go with our mission statement.
No.
So, I'm sorry. So we want to discuss. So when we discuss celebrity, if we're very positive, that verges on the edge of maybe be interpreted as an idol worship, even though we don't mean it that way. It could be interpreted that way. If we say negative things, then we're judging people. So do you feel like, because it's so popular, we could continue to do a pop culture discussion and not go against our mission statement, our values, our goal for what we're doing here?
Absolutely, because, we still hold to exactly the same morals, the same standards, the same everything, regardless of what we're discussing. We did an entire season of... I shouldn't even do that.
You don't have
I'll start coughing. Of The Golden Bachelor. Mm-hmm. Okay, that is kind of pop culture. Mm-hmm. The thing, we never left who we were.
Okay.
At all.
I felt like we got a little judgy.
Oh, no, we didn't. I did.
Okay.
We didn't. I did.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't really being judgy. I didn't feel, although it might have sounded that way, it's just, I was just truthful on what I thought.
Right. It was a competition show. We don't know these people. If we met them in person, I'm sure they'd all be great and we'd get along.
Absolutely.
When you have a little snippet of who somebody is in just like 8 hours total after the 8 weeks or whatever it was.
Right.
That's all you have to evaluate someone from and to have an opinion from. So I just don't want it to get misinterpreted because, we believe everybody's God's children. Some people have more flaws that are amplified on a screen. So help me. What am I trying to say? I just don't want to judge people or hurt people. But
exactly. I don't think either one of us would want to hurt anyone ever.
Okay. All right.
Or like downplay them or make them feel less than or anything like that.
Okay.
I just really don't.
Okay. So today when we go into X and look at the trending topics, if we have anything negative to say about a situation, it's not intended to condemn them. It's just our opinion through our lens, what we think about a situation. We can check each other.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
It's just, how you say it.
Okay.
We're not going to curse or, well, I don't know what you're going to say. What you've got brought up. Wow.
Oh, I don't know what's going to be brought up. We're going to look.
Okay.
Okay. We'll take it topic by topic. And you check me and I'll check you if we start going down a dark road. How about that?
That's good.
Okay. And here we go.
Okay.
All right. The first topic is Jenna Ortega. Do you know who that is?
I feel like I do, but
Did you watch Wednesday, the series Wednesday off of Wednesday after the Addams Family?
no.
It was very popular. It was on Netflix, I believe, and I watched it. And it's it's about, you remember the Addams Family from when we were young.
Yes.
It's dark. It's witchcraft and curses, and she plays Wednesday. She's adorable, and she did a great job. And they're remaking Beetlejuice, and she's going to star in the Winona Ryder role. So that's why she's trending.
Okay.
So did you watch the original Beetlejuice?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Really? Now, is that intentional?
No.
Okay, it just never
Just no.
wasn't on your radar.
I still haven't seen Barbie, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, but Beetlejuice was made. Let's see when Beetlejuice
I
was made.
don't know, and it doesn't.
It was like in the 90s.
Okay. I didn't watch it.
If anyone would like to become our producer and research things as we speak, as an intern who lives in our area, you can apply. We'll find a little corner of you to sit in. All right, Beetlejuice, the original, was released in 1988, and you just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Nor will I.
Okay.
Just saying.
Just not your type of movie.
No.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
It was Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. Do you remember Gina Davis?
Yes.
I love her.
I do too.
They bought I don't want to do any spoilers. Is it too soon to spoil this movie?
I think it's way past spoiling.
They bought a haunted house, and there's ghosts that live there. And their daughter is very emo, wears the black and is always sad. And it was Winona Ryder. And Beetlejuice is the crazy ghost, was Michael Keaton, who played him. And if you said Beetlejuice 3 times, Beetlejuice, 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 he would show up. And he was just kind of created havoc. So it was like a dark comedy. That kind
No
of movie.
wonder I didn't watch it.
It's a Tim Burton movie, and he does a lot of dark comedies. Anyway, they're going to re-release it with her, and I think it's going to be big. I think there's such a market for the dark comedy. And I have people in my family and friends, younger people, who are into the wearing all black and the scary dolls and everything's scary, and it doesn't scare them, but they're into that dark thing. And I guess that's harmless. I guess that's something that is a creative outlet. How do you feel about that?
I just don't probably get into like dark.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't find it fun. It's
no.
The only thing you do that's kind of off your personality to me, and that is that you watch a lot of true crime, like Dateline and things like that. And how does that appeal to you think?
Because it's solving.
You like it to be
murders.
solved.
Yes.
So you don't like to watch the unsolved?
No.
Okay.
I like to watch. They have a conclusion. They have somebody that they've caught for doing the crime, and then they have justice.
Right.
And they're put into prison forever.
Yeah, so that probably makes you feel, like you say, it concluded, and you feel good about the justice being made, that kind of thing. You're not into the crime itself.
Well, no, because, most of the time, especially if my husband Greg is watching it with me, he'll go, I cannot believe somebody would do that. And I'm like, I can't either.
I know. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's deplorable. What some of these people can do. And the very first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth is they wouldn't hurt a flea. Or they just slaughtered their entire family.
Yeah, they probably didn't hurt any insects, but they did slaughter their entire.
They don't hurt insects. They just slaughter their entire family.
Yeah, that's dark, dark, dark.
Dark, dark.
All right, I'm going to predict that this will be a very successful movie, very well done. Whether you like that genre or not, Tim Burton is very good visually with like the visuals. And I'm wondering if Michael Keaton's coming back. That would be, how do you feel about Michael Keaton?
I like him.
I do too. I still think of him as Batman, even though it's been forever.
Robin. Man. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's getting excited, Batman.
All right.
I watched that a lot.
Oh, the original series.
Batman and Robin, the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon.
Yes,
I didn't
hello.
watch the
We're
cartoon.
going way back. Way back.
Miss Dolly Parton is trending. Let's see why.
Oh, why wouldn't she?
She should always be at the top of the trending, shouldn't she? On March the 11th, Dolly tweeted, or I don't know what you call it on X. She X'd. I don't know. Happy 50th anniversary to my song, I Will Always Love You. It will always hold a special place in my heart, as I hope it does yours.
And it does.
Gosh, that song.
Just, I mean, I think when Whitney sang it, especially in the show,
Bodyguard?
yeah,
Is that what it was?
okay, stupendous. But nobody can sing like Dolly. Did you watch Dolly Parton's Pet Parade?
No.
Stop it.
At Dollywood? Was it Dollywood?
No.
Oh.
It was a special on CBS.
Oh, tell me about it.
Stop it.
Dolly and dogs?
No. Get out. I can't even contain myself. I can't even not believe you didn't watch it.
I didn't hear about it.
How did you not?
Why didn't you call me?
Well, I was internationally gone.
Oh.
I just found out about it because I was watching and I just saw my recorded shows and I saw it advertised. And I was like,
So this is when you were sick, bedridden, couch-ridden, and you
yeah.
watched it.
And this is the only thing that brought a smile to my face the entire time. Okay, they had all these dogs. All the actresses and everything had their own pets with them. So the audience was full of like celebrities with their pets and non-celebrities or trainers with their pets. And then they had the last part of the show was the dogs came out in costumes that Dolly had worn, her most iconic. Shut up.
Did they have on
had
wigs?
breast things, and no.
Did they have 8 breasts?
No, they had. You would believe some of these outfits you would have. Oh my gosh! I was like going. I cannot believe they're doing this. And Dolly, of course, dressed the part.
She what?
Dressed the part.
She dressed the part.
Yes, she had.
I'm interpreting for you.
She had outfits that had dog prints on them.
Oh.
Her very first one was red with little baby dog paws on it. The absolute cutest show I've ever seen, ever. And I wished it had gone on and on and on.
Well, let me ask you this. Were you on any kind of medication? Are you sure this really happened? Or was this like a
Yes.
dream you had? Or delirious mirage?
I'm getting ready to smack you.
Because it's like your heaven, you know? It's like...
You got that right. Okay. Here we go. Just for fun.
Just bringing it up on her phone.
Yep, I am. Because
I'll try to share something on Facebook, too.
Okay, no.
Aw. Now, does she have pets?
You know, I don't know. She never said.
That's why I don't think of
know.
her as having pets. I think of her as caring about pets, but...
I see Betty.
They all call it puppy love, the perfect pet to kiss and hug, and I like it. It's puppy love. Tonight is my first ever pet gala. Well, I love dogs, and I thought it'd be wonderful to have a show where everybody could see all the different dogs and all the things that they do, from fashion to all the serious things they do besides just having fun. Well, I'm so excited because Jane Lynch is co-hosting the show with me.
And you know, when you have dogs, they're wild cards, you know, so they're always doing something delightful or stinky.
The doggies are going to be wearing all sorts of things. We are going to recreate a lot of my iconic outfits, and that's going to be a hoot. And we're going to be singing songs with all sorts of great artists.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I got to watch
We're
that.
going to be doing
Do you
something.
remember
Yes.
what? I'll share a link to anybody who missed that. But do you remember what channel it was on?
If I could just quit my phone for just one sec.
okay.
CBS.
CBS. Okay.
Yes.
So
And you could go
call
back.
back on demand on.
And Dolly Parton's Pet Gala. That's what it's called.
That's great.
And okay, and I cannot believe you said, "Were you on medication during this time?" And are you just
Well,
like
it just sounds
thinking?
like one of your mirages that you might, or a dream, a waking dream, or maybe you woke up and you thought it really happened.
Okay, I love Dolly. There's nobody that can dispute that fact. And Dolly and dogs. That is like my greatest fantasy in the United States of America and abroad. I'm not kidding, Dina.
I'm so glad that just came right for you when you needed uplifting the most. I don't think I could have matched
Oh no,
that.
I laid there and coughed and had to pause it. And then I had tears coming down my eyes because I was coughing so bad. But I loved
Oh,
it.
that's great. Leave it to her to do something sweet like that. And I'm sure it also raised money for something.
Of course.
Yeah. I heard on the way here that Eric Carmen passed away. You know who Eric Carmen is?
No.
You're shaking your head yes and you're saying no. That's a real skill to be able to shake your head yeah, nod your head yes, but say no. Can you say yes and shake your head no?
Yes.
You do that. That's kind of psychopathic, actually.
That's just what I do.
That's good.
Thank you.
If you're ever being interrogated, that's a good skill.
I know.
I know it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, you'll
if
go in
I
a cough
laugh,
fit.
I'll cough.
Okay. We'll try to be very serious.
Okay,
No laughing today.
No laughing today, and I'm going to suck another cough drop.
Okay. All right. Excuse if you hear her little.
Okay, I'm not going to do it with my mouth open.
Okay.
Really.
All right. So you nodded yes and you said no. Does that mean you know who Eric Carmen is? You do not know who Eric Carmen is. Okay. How about all by myself?
Oh.
Hungry eyes. I look at you.
I meant,
That's Eric Carmen. I mean, that's our slow dance songs.
that was my roller skating song.
Yeah, you go roller skating. So.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know. And he was only 74. And they said he just passed in his sleep. His wife said she woke up and he had passed in his sleep. Now, 74 is too young. And the older I get, the younger that sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that's the best death you can hope for, don't you? To pass
Just
in
go
your
in your
sleep.
sleep,
Yeah.
absolutely. But really, I mean, that's the guy that... Okay, I remember when it was slow dance time at the roller skating rink.
Well, they
And
call it couples.
Yeah,
couple skate.
couple skate.
Everybody else had to get off, right?
Okay.
Just the couples.
My hands became so sweaty. And then I was like, oh no, somebody going to ask me to skate. And of course, I always had the little pom-poms on my skates, little
I
skirts.
bet you look so cute.
No, not really. Weirdo. I was. But my aunt made them all.
What?
Yeah.
Made your outfits?
Yes. My grandmother made all my prom dresses, and my aunt made all my roller skating outfits. It's
so
kind of
sweet.
sad, isn't it?
No, it's sweet, but I mean, I went to the roller rink. We had a fairly nice one in my hometown, but my mom didn't like for me to hang out there. She said that's where the bad girls hang out.
What?
At the roller rink.
Okay.
No offense.
Well, that was the only place my mom would let me go.
Well, I would never think to have an outfit. I probably just would have had on jeans or shorts, and so that's great. You were really into it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could, if we went today, you could roller skate?
Ooh, I don't know. You want to try?
Yeah.
After the marathon.
Yes, that could be our
After
TikTok.
the marathon.
I'll
'Cause
try it.
I'm not going to break something
Right.
before.
Right. You'd rather break it after. Okay.
Don't make me laugh.
Well, a few years ago, I can't remember if it was my grandniece or grandnephew, they wanted to go have a party roller rink party for their birthday. So I did put on the skates. I used to live in my roller skates when I was, I don't know, 10 to 14, 15. I mean, I'd put on my skates and go out in the neighborhood and go to people's houses because it was faster to get to their house.
Did you carry your Barbie with you?
Of course, my
Of
Barbie
course you
case.
did.
My Barbie
Oh,
case.
duh.
And I didn't like to take my skates. I had to take them off when I came in the house, but otherwise that was like my shoes. But it doesn't come back to you like riding a bike. Exactly. It didn't for me. I got out there and I was just like trembly, and you have to just go and get up speed. It's hard to skate slow.
But I used to do circles
Wow.
and stuff.
I bet you still could.
Not like ice skating circles, because on roller skates you only can like put them out and just go in a circle.
Yeah, your turn radius isn't quite like a ice skate.
And the other things that came out after, and I say after, rollerblades that had just the one.
Yes.
Okay, I could never, ever, ever get that down.
I don't think I've ever tried.
Well, I did when I was in like my 40s in my driveway.
Well, good for you for trying. I mean, it is totally different. You don't have that balance,
Wasn't
right?
pretty. I ran smack into the basketball goal.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So that's not what your intention was?
No.
Okay.
Not really. Not at all.
Well, I do admire you for trying it. That is something we need to try to do.
What?
Just try to
Rollerblade?
roller skate. No, roller skate.
Oh, no, because that's on 4 wheels.
I need 4 wheels.
That's like a tricycle or a bicycle with training wheels.
Exactly. Exactly. How old were you when you took your training wheels off your bike? You remember? You remember the day that you took your training wheels off?
I didn't. I don't think my parents gave me training wheels.
What?
Here's
They
your
just threw you
bike.
out there, right?
Yeah.
Learn to ride or...
Rocket.
Wow. Tough love. Did they-
Remember
Oh, he
how
threw
I
you in
learned
the
how
water?
to swim? Thank you.
He threw you in the water.
See, my parents were like, bam,
Well,
just
I think
do
that's
it.
good. That's why you can cartwheel across the parking lot, and I can't even skip anymore. My parents were like walking along beside me on the bike. Don't fall. That kind of thing. But
That's sweet.
it's sweet, but maybe you don't learn as well. There's probably something best in the middle between our two parents. Slinging you in a lake when you can't swim.
No, it's just like sink or swim.
Yeah, I agree with that kind of... I mean, I don't have children, but I think that's the way to go. I really do.
I would kill my niece if she threw her child that's coming into a pool and says, swim.
Yeah, well, people have babies in pools.
I know.
I can't watch
It's
it.
a new thing.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like the best. But it does teach them how to swim. So, especially if you own a pool, that's the greatest. Or, like, just say you were going to Lakeside Tavern and to have dinner or whatever, and you're walking out on the dock, and a child was with you and fell in the lake. Would you rather not know how to swim?
True. That's true. But when I watch those videos of where they, there's the videos of them actually delivering in the water, and the baby comes out into the water and kind of goes to the top, and they pick it up. I mean, it's in water,
Right.
amniotic fluid, so that's natural. But the ones where they take them for their first swim lessons, and they lay them on their backs and let them go and let them kind of sink and see. I can't watch
No,
it.
I see. It makes me crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying I disagree with it, but I can't watch it.
I can't either.
I feel like they're going to get water in their lungs, and
I know. I'm like,
you'd be like diving in and saving it.
breathe. Breathe.
I know. So R.I.P. Eric Carmen. From Eric Carmen to roller skates to drowning a baby.
Wow.
How
we
do we do
talk
it?
about drowning a baby?
A baby drowning. Let's put it that way. I will say the thing about X, Twitter was more censored. You would get banned a lot when it was owned by Jack Dorsey. And they would hide things. And then when, this is just my opinion, when Elon Musk bought it, he said, I'm bringing everybody back that got banned. And then I have my own set of rules if you break those. But it's a lot more free. And I will say, although I'm capital FREEDOM, freedom, there are some things that just pop up that are very disturbing. Fights, like people hitting people and things like that. So,
And I can spell. Just for fun. Well, maybe not a lot, but I can spell freedom.
I'm spelling it
That
to
just
emphasize
cracks
how
me
much I
up.
believe in it.
Okay, well.
But there is a
me.
lot of violence on X. I'm just watching because things are coming up here where girls hitting. I don't like to see somebody get kicked in the head and things like that. So, but you can scroll past. And I think if you choose to hide things, then your feed will learn what you enjoy. But There's a lot of Bachelor stuff trending, and T and I do watch The Golden Bachelor, and we will watch, I guess it'll be called The Golden Bachelorette. That'll be coming up. But the regular Bachelor we skipped. But there is a lot of Bachelor. But you know, T, it's the same as The Golden Bachelor. It's just with younger people. And a lot more fighting. Because young girls are a little more catty than old, tired girls. Who are just not interested in fighting over a man anymore.
Would you want to fight over a man?
Physically fight?
Yeah.
No.
Me either.
I feel like if you're, especially, you know, at a certain age, you're not silly like that anymore. But if you have to fight for somebody like that, then they're not yours. They're not. There shouldn't be that much drama or competition for a guy.
If they don't want me, then I don't want them.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. Of course, I'm just not really a scrapper anyway.
I'm a scrapper if I need to be.
I know. I always want you on my side. The Oscars were Sunday. This is Wednesday. But I have seen stories here about people who won awards. Now, did you watch the Oscars?
I did.
What? Let me just get your review on the Oscars in general, because I didn't watch. I looked at the fashion and have some thoughts, but in general, what was your opinion?
The songs were good that were in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Those were really, really good. However, I've not seen one of the movies
I've just seen Barbie.
were nominated.
Yeah.
None.
I think that's true for a lot of people, actually.
The first, and I forgot now, it was the very first actress out of the gates.
Best
Like
supporting actress.
What's her name?
Her name is Divine
There
Randolph from
it
The
is.
Holdovers.
Her speech touched me beyond words. She had the most beautiful, heartfelt, touching speech. And she even said, I never, ever, ever thought I'd be here.
Aww.
And look, because somebody saw me. Think about that.
Really
She
saw
said,
her.
I was in a room full of people and somebody saw me. Any person that wants to be in acting, be an actor, an actress, whatever, you know, they all know how important it is for a director or somebody in casting to see them.
Their potential.
Exactly. And they saw her. And that was, along with the singing of the songs that were in the movies that I have not seen,
Yeah.
was the best part. Jimmy Kimmel hosted it.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't his wife like an executive director or something?
I don't know.
Because I saw her on an interview and she said, he will change these jokes 7,000 times, you know, within a period of 4 days.
Was he funny?
I didn't really get a lot of the humor.
Okay.
Some of it was humorous, but
It does get political, and you're going to divide your audience. You know, his monologues are usually political, so you're automatically going to alienate half of the country when you do that. But you're able to watch a show without, you pick out what you want and ignore the rest, right?
exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
The other thing is, you're not roasting someone, so I don't think you need to shame.
Oh, he did shame some people?
Well, I mean, that's part of the comedy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do they call that? Well, roasting, like you say. They pick,
Right.
pick actors in the audience to roast.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you know, they didn't go over very well.
Mean-spirited.
Like when, you know, when Chris Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, see, that wasn't very fun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
There was no punching at this one, right?
no, there wasn't.
that's good.
And I mean, I usually just watch it to see if maybe I do want to see one of the movies, you know, because I like to hear what they say about it.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, I love the fashion. and I love the presenters
Yes.
and what they're wearing. Because I knew more of the presenters than I knew of the people that won.
Yeah, because it's a lot of
Bang.
new people. You know, I
Right.
saw nominees. I was reading the names, and I thought, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. And
Okay,
that's
wait
great.
a minute. Very first time in history, Ukraine has won an Oscar.
And what was it for? Like a,
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me.
It's probably like an animated short or short film. Let's see.
That was another speech that touched me beyond.
The Ukrainian who won.
Yes.
Was talking, I assume,
he
about
came
his-
up there with everyone. And so
Okay.
there were several people that were given the award. So it had to be the writers or something, but he gave a speech. And you say political, it wasn't really political. It was like, we hate the fact that prior to us doing this documentary, I think
he's
is
just
what
looking
it
at
was.
20 Days in Mariupol.
That's it.
I may not
That's
be saying
it.
that right.
He said they had no idea that, Russia was going to attack Ukraine. And he said, we're just standing with our people. Something, I cried. He got a standing ovation. He was one of very few that got a standing ovation. And I was crying because I was thinking about all those people in Ukraine, in Jerusalem, like everybody that is being attacked by this pompous bottom head, doo-doo head. Let's just be kind. Let's
Yeah.
be good.
Well, we said it before, regardless of what the conflict is, the political leaders make decisions, but the citizens suffer.
Exactly.
The political leaders are generally always in a safe place, so it's just so sad that whatever side you take, wherever you happen to have been born, that you have no control over when things around you are attacked and explode. There you are. You're just stuck and you're innocent, and it's just such a terrible situation.
Exactly. But his acceptance speech, he said, I would gladly, he said this is the very first ever Oscar award for Ukrainians. He said, but I would
Wow.
gladly give this back to have the time rewind and not have the attack on Ukraine.
Absolutely.
And it just was like he literally was talking from his heart. He didn't have any piece of paper. He had nothing.
And English probably wasn't his first language.
No, but he spoke it very well.
Yeah, when you're living through what they're living through, and a lot of people in the world are living through, a little gold statue doesn't seem that important. But
Exactly.
I'm sure the documentary had something to do with their plight, maybe, and that's why it's
Okay, I
important.
haven't watched it either.
Okay, I don't know. I could be totally
Again,
wrong.
Not one movie, not one documentary, not one short film, not one animated film have I seen ever. Okay, I'm brilliant at that.
What you were still touched, so that's kind of a statement that you didn't have any dog in the fight, but yet it really touched you, and it's a universal theme of, life and death. Okay, what I'll do, I've got a list of winners here, and maybe it will jog your memory about, speeches and things like that. Oppenheimer, we know that was a big movie, and I think it really sweeped the awards about the nuclear bomb. Cillian Murphy won Best Actor.
Mm-hmm.
Best Picture.
Do you know that where that was filmed?
No, I don't.
Oak Ridge.
Well, I know that's where it happened. That's where the
Or
bomb was
that's what
created.
it was about.
Yeah.
Is what I meant to say.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually filmed it
They
there.
did. It was about Oak Ridge. Who would have not I?
Yeah. Yep. Emma Stone, Poor Things, she won Best Actress.
Okay, and I know this only because of what they said. She was an adult that had a mind of a child.
That her character in the movie.
Yes.
And I haven't watched it either. I've actually got it. I started to watch it last night and I just fell asleep. I was too tired to. I really wanted to be awake when I watched it. And it's kind of a play on Frankenstein. Now, I could be totally wrong. People could be screaming at me right now, but she's like the female creation I believe she's created by a man, and she's
Okay, well, don't look at me because
okay
I don't
for
know.
confirmation. I believe.
I just thought, okay, she's an adult with a child's mind, so I thought that maybe she had a mental challenge or
Yeah,
something. I didn't
yeah.
know, so now,
could
I
be
didn't
wrong, but I think that's-
even think about Frankenstein.
Yeah, I think it's kind of that way, and I could be wrong. That character would be very difficult to play. You know, the simplistic, but learning new things and being an adult. And I mean, she really had to be physical. But I've also heard that it should have got an NC-17 rating. It got an R rating, but it was had a lot of graphic scenes that, and some people said it would have been really, really good, and they weren't necessary. It was just kind of a shock value, which I think everybody's trying to shock now. Speaking of fashion, the few that I saw, there was a lot of people try to shot. I mean, there's nowhere to go from here but just naked on the red carpet.
Or if you're Lady Gaga, meat.
Yeah,
And if you want to wear meat, that's fine too.
that's true.
I can't wait to see somebody in kitty litter.
That's a good idea. Being a litter box. Yeah, there you go.
Not really.
Best original song. We were just talking about music. Billie Eilish, who her voice is just mesmerizes me, and that was the Barbie song. That song is.
I just don't get her.
You mean you don't think she's talented?
No, I just don't get her. It's not somebody I would go and listen to. It's not somebody I would pull up at all.
Now she won the song. What do you think about the Barbie song?
The song was beautiful,
Yeah.
and I do think she has a beautiful voice. It's just not somebody that I would go, wow, I'm going to download that song.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, she's not for everybody, but that's a very moving song, and her voice is like, it's so fragile and yet it's so powerful. You know, it's like,
Yes.
it's amazing. And she's very young too, so that was pretty amazing. And as I said in our Barbie episode, I didn't think the Barbie movie was great the way it looked. Set design, I think it should have won something like that, but it just wasn't a great story or a Oscar-worthy performance. You're playing dolls, so it's kind of hard to be an Oscar-worthy performance. So, and I don't think it won anything. I don't believe. Well, now, what did you think about John Cena's outfit? He came out basically naked. Did you not see that? You couldn't forget that.
Oh.
He was given an award for
I
costume
know,
design.
and he had like a little 100 kitten, like,
It's a little flesh-colored diaper kind of thing.
well, no.
But he had a card in front of it.
Yeah, because I never saw the flesh-colored diaper.
Okay, I saw that
I
behind
just
the
saw
scenes.
the, like the clipboard
Yeah.
or whatever. And then they, like when the person was giving the speech who won, then they like draped him in like clothing or whatever, like a god, like a goddess.
Yeah, like a Greek god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen clips of that, because obviously that made a big hit, and I got the joke. It was about how important costumes are. Mm-hmm. But can you cover your kids' ears for a second if they're in the car with you? What do you think about his body?
I didn't really.
It's incredible.
I just didn't. I didn't really.
You didn't notice? Is that what you're trying to say? Because Greg's going to hear this, right?
No, I don't care. I mean, you know how much I appreciate
An attractive person. Human.
Hello. I don't think I just paid that much attention because I was thinking,
Were
whatever.
you shocked, or did you just kind of like, you didn't really like it?
There's nothing that, unfortunately, there's nothing that really shocks me on award shows anymore, especially like the Golden Globe or the Oscars or the Emmys or anything like that.
They want to create that shocking moment.
Country Music Awards.
Nobody's
Now it would
naked usually.
shock me if they did something like that.
Yeah.
That would shock me.
Yeah. Well, he's a former wrestler, and he does body looks like a Greek god. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I'm not really a fan of John Cena, but his movies are kind of, to me, they're, for guys, kind of a silly jock movies, like that. But he's come a long way, and he looks amazing. All right, let's see what else. Best international film, The Zone of Interest. Robert Downey Jr., his first Oscar, supporting Oscar for Oppenheimer.
It freaks me out to see him. First of all, he wears those 70s glasses. I guess they're coming back in now or whatever.
Kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer glasses, serial killer glasses.
Exactly. But, I mean, I've always thought he was just such a very nice-looking man. And then when he did what he did, when he got sideways, it just kind of turned me off. I'm glad to see him back.
Yeah.
Because I think that his talent is exceptional. I mean, I really do. It's just that I just wish he didn't have to go through his big blah.
Yeah. Well, if you think about when he was popular in the 80s, that was so prevalent. Drugs were so prevalent, and some people survived it, some people didn't. Some people didn't get addicted, and some people did. And yeah, he was like waking up in strangers' houses, and the fact that he survived. But he's very open about
Bradley Cooper apparently has saved more than just him.
Oh, I didn't know Bradley Cooper had anything to do with.
I thought Bradley Cooper's the one that helped him get sober, as he did Ben Affleck.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I feel like Robert Downey Jr. is a lot older than Bradley Cooper, so they wouldn't have been in the same era. But
no, they would. Right. But apparently Bradley Cooper is just like the man to go to if you want to be like sober.
Is that right?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
He needs to start his own 12-step program or something.
I hadn't heard that.
I mean, please, anybody can dispute me on these.
Yeah.
Because I've not been on strong medication, but I've been on a lot.
I knew you just made up that Dolly Parton thing.
No, I didn't. You heard it. Dang it.
Well, I was just shocked that he had never won an Oscar before. Because I remember he was in Chaplin, like Charlie Chaplin. I guess he was nominated for that. We didn't know we were going to talk about the Oscars. It just kind of showed up in the X trending, so we don't have our research to say that. But I know it was his first time winning an Oscar.
Yes.
And I don't know how old he is. He's probably in his early 60s, I would think, or late 50s. And to just now be getting awards
I know.
while he's done
Isn't
is
that
pretty
weird?
Yeah. I've always followed him, and I really think he's very, very talented. And I'm glad he could beat his demons. That's a lot of people don't. A lot of people didn't survive his era.
He's 58.
Okay. I guess kind of right. All right. So do we have a best dressed list? Let's see. Because I saw a lot of them. It's just hard for me to remember. I noticed there was a trend in fashion this year of the straps that, like when your top is not fitted well and your straps fall over and they're sticking up. But they were intentionally sculpted up.
That doesn't make any sense because I kept wanting to pull her dress down because the dress was stunning and she's got the most beautiful. What's her name?
That was
because she's married to the guy that played in The Office.
Yeah, exactly. And here we are, your two aunts saying that was the guy that was in the. And then what was she in? Because she was in that show.
I know.
What was the name of that show? Yeah, I'm going to find her here because I know her as well as I know my name. Emily Blunt is her name.
Okay.
She's married.
And she's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And her dress was stunning. It's just, I would never, if I was a designer, I would never, because I kept going, sit up straighter.
It wasn't her.
Or pull your dress down a little bit, baby. Yeah. Because she even, she went up on stage and there they were. And I'm like, okay, this is called invisible shoulder pads.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
It is kind of like that. She and this actress is Florence Pugh. They both had those. And I can kind of live with Florence Pugh's because they're skinny. But hers just looks...
Okay,
Emily Blunt's looks weird.
Don't you want to just pull it down?
Yeah, because I have that problem with my straps because I have very slopey shoulders. And mine are always like that. But it almost reminds me of like Judy Jetson or something.
They're not
to date myself.
They're tiny.
I have slopey shoulders.
You have tiny shoulders.
So yeah, if you think about it being a fashion designer and you're trying to make a statement, what is left to do? They probably did that by accident in their fashion house when they were sewing. And they were like, wait a minute. wait a minute. You know, like they had the sequins so it was stiff.
Okay, then I would have just cut it off and worn it strapless.
Yeah. I mean, that's a beautiful dress. Look at Emily
It's
Blunt.
gorgeous.
She's absolutely gorgeous.
I know.
She's got a kind of triangle around her.
And her figure is, I mean,
Incredible.
it just totally accentuates everything she has.
Yeah.
Except for her shoulders.
Would we be talking about her if the shoulders weren't like that?
Yeah,
You think
because
you
the
would?
dress is beautiful. Except for the shoulders.
Then I noticed that Emma Stone's zipper busted when she won. She went up to get her award and
Yeah.
the zipper was open. And she's really good friends with Jennifer Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to have more like trip, fall down. And I sometimes wonder if it's manipulated to be relatable. You know, I'm just like you, and I trip and I fall and my dress breaks and all that. Make you more likable and relatable.
I don't know. Maybe they do.
Well, all in all, how would you rate the Oscars this previous years?
On a scale
Oh, let's just say,
1 to 10?
yeah. Do you watch them every year?
No.
Okay. All right. Do you think it's gotten to where it's unwatchable, or would you watch it again? Let's do it that way rather than having to rate them.
I would probably watch it again because of the fashion
Okay.
and the speeches. But when somebody gets up there that starts saying stuff that I'm just like, oh, whatever, I just fast forward through it.
Yeah, they've got the podium, and it's their right to say what they want.
Exactly.
And it's your right. And you probably recorded it so you could skip through things you didn't like, right?
Of course I did.
I know you.
Really?
All right, well, let's wrap it up, Tia. We've talked and talked. We've talked about roller skating, drowning babies. And when I say drowning, I mean babies drowning, not us drowning babies.
What?
When I say drowning babies, I don't mean drowning babies, but babies not drowning. Babies
Right.
swimming. Okay?
Babies swimming.
We've talked about the Oscars. We talked about Eric Carmen, our R.I.P. I feel like we're losing all our...
Please don't go there
Okay.
because the thing of it is every time I turn on the television, I'm like, wait, what?
R.I.P.
Is this like we want to pay tribute to the people that we've lost? I'm like,
Oh, yes.
wait a minute.
So the Oscars
When
did
in
that.
the crap did we lose them?
Yeah.
And I was just like, this has to be not right.
I know. And a lot of these people are dying young, and I think it's just they lived hard lives. You know, the 80s were hard.
Yeah, but some of them are not young. I mean, you know, like Raquel Welch. That rocked my world.
Yeah, she was like was she like 80 something?
80s.
She looked
Yeah,
great.
I mean,
Yeah,
stunning.
yeah, it's sad. And I'm sure when the Oscar thing played, you were surprised too.
Oh, I was crying.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can love them or hate them. You can say they're not really important to your life, but it's fun. It's entertainment. We all watch it. It's kind of something that we're all watching together, so it's kind of a
Exactly.
unifying thing. Yeah. So people, and I have a tendency to say, you know, Hollywood's gone downhill, but pick and choose what you like.
Exactly.
Use the entertainment. You don't have to worship them and
Because, I mean,
use them as a
I
guidepost.
watch things that you don't watch.
Right.
And
vice
vice
versa.
versa.
Well, Tia, I'm so
Or
glad you're
vice
back.
versa.
And I missed you so much, and I could never do this without you. And I'm just so glad
You
you're
did a
back.
great job on Sunday.
Well, it was a little 8-minute.
I don't
I
care.
miss you thing. Well, thank you.
It
You're
was
sweet.
a sweet little thing, and it touched my heart.
Better with you.
Okay. It's better with you, too.
All right, guys. We love that you joined us. I'm glad that Tia's back. Her voice will get better every day. Hopefully, Giggles
Hopefully.
and Gratitude, it'll be a little better
Let's hope.
this Sunday. And we'll see you then. And we love you guys. I love you, Tia.
I love you, Dina.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We would love to hear from you.
Leave your questions or comments on our voicemail by visiting our website at dinaandtia.com. Your message may be played on the show.
You can find our Instagram and Facebook links there, too.
Again, that's dinaandtia.com.
Thanks for listening.